Before the story begins, if you enjoy chilling American horror audio stories, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new stories every night. And now listen. Most people think rest stops are harmless, a place to stretch your legs, use the bathroom, get back on the road. But if you've ever worked rural law enforcement, you learn something fast. Some rest stops aren't meant to be left. I was a state trooper assigned to a stretch of highway that cut through farmland and forest for nearly 80 miles. No towns, no exits worth mentioning, just road, and one rest stop. Mile marker 61. It was old, concrete building, yellowed lights, vending machines that rattled louder than they worked. Officially, it was still open. Unofficially, everyone avoided it after dark. The calls always came between midnight and 3 a.m. Never violent, never clear, just wrong. Suspicious person. Vehicle parked too long. Someone won't leave the bathroom. By the time we arrived, there was never anyone there. Until the night the call came from inside. Dispatch radioed me at 1:42 a.m. Unit 4, check a welfare call at mile marker 61. Caller didn't speak. No name, no callback number. That place again, I muttered. When I pulled in, the lot was empty. No cars, no trucks, just the building glowing under buzzing lights. The front door was unlocked. That was mistake number one. Inside, the air felt stale. Not dusty, not abandoned. Stale, like it had been breathed too many times. State police, I called. My voice echoed down the hallway. Restrooms to the left. Vending area straight ahead. A hallway marked staff only in faded letters. That door was open. I radioed dispatch. Unit 4 on scene. Door unsecured. Investigating. Static answered. Then nothing. I stepped toward the staff hallway. That's when I heard it. Footsteps. Slow. Barely audible. Coming from the men's restroom. Sir. I called. Police. The footsteps stopped. Silence rushed in. I pushed the restroom door open. Empty. All stalls open. Lights on. But the mirror was fogged, as if someone had just been standing there breathing. I wiped it with my sleeve. Nothing behind me. That's when the radio on my shoulder crackled. Not dispatch. A male voice. Calm. Low. Professional. You shouldn't be in here alone. I spun around. Weapon half drawn. Who was this? I demanded. The radio clicked again. You never bring back up the first time. I backed out of the restroom. Heart pounding. The vending machines hummed. One of them clicked, then dropped the candy bar. No one touched it. That's when I noticed something else. The clock above the exit. 2:03 a.m. My watch said 2:03. I stood there for what felt like minutes. The clock never moved. I stepped outside. Cold air hit me hard. Relief washed over me. Then I saw the parking lot. There were cars now, dozens of them, parked crooked, engines off, windows dark. They hadn't been there seconds ago. I walked closer. License plates from different states. Some old, some new, dust on some, fresh rain on others, as if they'd arrived at different times, different years. My radio screamed to life. Real dispatch this time. Unit 4, status check. You've been on scene 20 minutes. Negative, I said quickly. I just arrived. Silence. Then, carefully. Unit 4. You were dispatched at 12:58. I looked at the building. The lights flickered. That's not possible, I whispered. A door slammed inside the rest stop. From the hallway, the staff hallway, I raised my weapon and moved back inside. The door at the end of the hall was open now, leading downstairs. A place I had never seen on the blueprints. Cold air poured up from below, and from the darkness, I heard breathing. More than one person. Slow. Waiting. The radio spoke again. That same calm voice. This is where officers usually turn around. I stepped back. Every instinct screamed at me to leave. You can still go, the voice said. Or you can see why they don't. The lights went out. The lights didn't just go out. They died. No flicker. No warning. Just gone. I stood there in complete darkness, weapon raised, listening to my own breathing. Then I heard it again. More breathing. Not close. Below me, the stairwell smelled damp, like concrete that had never dried. I clicked my flashlight on. The beam barely cut through the dark. Concrete steps. Old, uneven, and scratched. Long marks, like someone had dragged their boots, or something heavier, back up the stairs and failed. State police, I said again. My voice sounded smaller now. No answer, just breathing. I took one step down, then another. The radio crackled, that same calm voice. You know how many troopers came down those stairs? I froze. Who are you? I demanded. The voice didn't answer. Instead, the breathing changed. Closer, deeper. I backed up fast, hit the wall. My flashlight beam swept across the stairwell wall and stopped. Names, carved into the concrete. Not graffiti, not random. Badges, numbers, initials, dates. Some recent, some decades old. My stomach dropped. I bolted back toward the main hallway. The exit door was gone. Not locked. Gone. Just a blank concrete wall where it had been. The vending machines were silent now. Dark. Dead. Behind me. Footsteps. Heavy. Slow. Not trying to hide. I turned. A man stood near the restroom entrance. State trooper uniform. Older style. Campaign hat. His face was pale. Eyes sunken. His badge number matched one of the names on the wall. You shouldn't have answered the call, he said quietly. What happened here? I asked. My voice shook. He smiled. Not kindly. They stopped closing it. More figures stepped out of the shadows. Men, women, some in uniforms, some in civilian clothes. All pale, all tired. They come in, the trooper said. They stop. They listen. They don't leave. The breathing grew louder. It wasn't coming from them. It was coming from the building itself. The walls creaked. The floor vibrated. You still have a choice, the trooper said. Most don't. I ran, not toward the exit, toward the staff hallway, toward the stairs. I took them two at a time. Down, down. The air grew colder. The flashlight flickered, and then I saw it. The lower level wasn't a room. It was a tunnel, stretching forward, lined with parked cars. Hundreds of them. Doors open. Keys still in ignitions. Inside each car, a person, sitting, staring forward, eyes open, breathing slow, alive, but not leaving. At the far end of the tunnel, a glow, yellow, buzzing. Another rest stop, older, more decayed. The radio screamed. Dispatch. Real. Panicked. Unit 4. We see your cruiser on camera. Static. I turned. My cruiser wasn't behind me. It was parked among the others. Engine off. Door open. Someone was sitting inside. Hands on the wheel. Wearing my uniform. He looked back at me. Smiled. I don't remember how I got out. I don't remember running. I don't remember the road. I woke up in a ditch miles away. Sunrise. My radio dead. My cruiser found later. Still parked at mile marker 61. Engine cold. Dash camera raised. The rest stop? Officially closed 2 weeks later. Ordered up. Condemned. But sometimes, late at night, when the highway is empty, you can still see the lights on. And if you slow down, if you listen, you can hear breathing, waiting.
Tonight, I want to tell you about a stretch of highway most people drive through without thinking. They shouldn't. I've been a state trooper for almost 12 years. Long enough to know that highways aren't empty. They just hide things better. This happened on Route 17, a two-lane highway cutting straight through miles of forest. No towns, no lights, just trees on both sides. Thick, old, close enough that their branches almost touch above the road. The call came in just after 1:40 a.m. A driver reported someone standing on the shoulder, not waving, not flagging cars down, just standing there, watching traffic pass. Dispatch said the caller sounded shaken, wouldn't elaborate, just kept repeating the same phrase. He's too still. I was closest. I took the call. The moment I turned on to Route 17, my radio reception dropped. Static crept in. The forest swallowed the road. My headlights barely reached past the trees. They felt closer than before, leaning in. Mile marker 88, then 87. That's when I saw him. A figure on the right shoulder. Tall. Thin. Facing the road. Not moving. I slowed the cruiser. Rolled down the window. "Sir," I called out. "Are you okay?" He didn't respond. Didn't even turn his head. I stepped out of the car. The forest was silent. No insects. No wind. Nothing. I took a step closer. My flashlight beam landed on him. It wasn't a man. Not exactly. Too tall. Arms hanging too low. Head tilted slightly wrong. And his face. He wasn't looking at the road. He was looking into the trees. "Sir," I said again louder. Slowly, he turned his head toward me. His eyes were wide, unblinking, and far too reflective. I felt something crawl up my spine. Before I could speak again, he stepped backward, off the shoulder, into the trees, and disappeared. I radioed dispatch. Static. I should have left. I know that now. Instead, I followed. The forest swallowed the light almost immediately. Branches clawed at my uniform. The air was colder under the canopy. The flashlight beam shook as I moved forward. That's when I noticed it. The trees weren't random. They were bent, broken, pressed inward, like something had been standing here for a long time, watching the road. I heard footsteps. Not ahead, not behind. To my left, then to my right. Multiple. Slow. Careful. "State police," I said. My voice didn't sound convincing. The footsteps stopped. Silence again. I turned in a slow circle. The trees felt closer now. Then I saw them. Shapes. Between trunks. Not moving. Just standing. Watching. Dozens. I backed up. Stumbled. Almost fell. When I reached the shoulder, my cruiser's lights were still on. Thank God. I got in. Locked the doors. Hands shaking. That's when the radio came back. Clear. Too clear. "Trooper," dispatch said calmly. "Are you seeing them too?" My stomach dropped. "What do you mean?" I asked. A pause. "They stand on both sides of the road," dispatch continued. "They only move when someone stops." My headlights flickered. Shapes emerged from the tree line. Both sides. Dozens of them. Tall. Thin. Still. None stepped onto the road. They just watched. "Dispatch," I whispered. "What are they?" Another pause. Longer this time. "We don't know," she said. "We just logged the calls." The engine stalled. The lights died. Total darkness. I heard breathing. All around me. Not rushed. Not angry. Patient. Something tapped on my window. Once. Twice. I didn't look. I couldn't. The radio crackled one last time. "Don't open the door," dispatch whispered. "They wait for that." I don't remember how long I sat there. Minutes. Hours. When the sun came up, the forest was normal again. Birds. Wind. Light. My cruiser started without issue. No marks. No damage. The call log? Gone. I filed a report. It was buried. Quietly. Route 17 is still open. People drive it every night. Sometimes they slow down. Sometimes they stop. And sometimes they're never seen again. If you ever find yourself on a highway with trees pressing in on both sides, and you feel watched, don't stop. Don't look. And whatever you do, don't step into the forest, because something there is already watching the road, waiting. Do you believe this story is true or just a legend? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Every interaction helps the channel grow and bring you even more horror stories.